Welcome back to Mark Fisher Outdoors, everybody. You know, recently another content creator did an episode about how getting up early to go fishing is just a waste of time. Why get up early? There's no reason to. The fish don't bite any better. It's not any better, blah, blah, blah. I, I'm going to respectfully disagree with that because one of the things, I forget about whether the fish bite better. I believe they do. I think fish feed nocturnally, and that dawn time, that feeding cycle is finishing, but they're still feeding. So it's a little easier to catch fish, but that's not the reason that I'm talking about getting out in the morning. Guys, stick around. We're going to talk about why fishing first thing in the morning is such a great experience. Stick around, guys. Welcome back to Mark Fisher Outdoors, everybody. I'm Mark Fisher. I'm out here on my lake. We got up here for the 4th of July weekend, and I got up, 6 o'clock in the morning. But this is a lake that has a restriction on no wake. So it's no wake until 10 o'clock in the morning, and then it goes no wake at 6 o'clock in the evening. So in the morning and in the evening, this is a quiet, calm lake. But the reality is that getting out in the morning, before there's a bunch of people on the water, just listening to nature, it's flat calm. And so just being able to enjoy and listen, and I'm telling you what, seeing things, hearing things, you can be on one side of a cove, hear something that's going on just because it's quiet and still. So guys, come with me and let's see how we do this morning. Ooh, nice one. Yep. We're gonna need the pliers, but that's a good fish. The 4th of July weekend. Nice one. Popped it off a rock and the little guy ate it. What's that?
I wish I had a fishing license.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not from here, so.
You could be doing this.
Do you know my dad, Jerry?
What's that?
Do you know my dad?
I don't. Other than to say hello, you know, in the morning or in the evening. So your face is dead. You. Oh, right at the boat. That's why you use a high-speed reel, guys. And that's what I was not doing on this. I just put this bigger frog on because I wanted to make a little bit bigger commotion in this rucket, in that big stuff, and that thick stuff, and I put it on a low-speed reel, this Curado, and got him hooked up, got him right to the boat, but because it took so long to get him, he got off right at the side of the boat. That was fun though. There's some bigger fish in this little clump here. Saw one, that's what got me to come over here. more weeds than fish, I think. You can tell it's after 10 o'clock. The boats are out. That's a better one. Much better. Nice. All right, well, it's 10 o'clock. The boats are out, and I just caught that fish under a pontoon after catching a little one. Let's put this one back, and let's talk for a little bit before we let you go, because there's some things that happened today that we need to talk about. All right, so number one, the idea of not getting up early in the morning and going fishing, I'm sorry. Wake up early, get out there, enjoy the peace, the quiet. It doesn't matter if your lake doesn't have the same restriction that mine does. It still doesn't matter, because quite honestly, the wakeboarders and the skiers typically, and I know some do, I used to when I was young, they don't typically get up on the water at 6 in the morning or earlier. And so it gives you a little bit of time to enjoy the peace. I think it's nice when you're out there, and like I said, there were some times that you saw in the video where I heard some fish splashing and eating over by a laydown, went over there and threw a frog and caught him in that laydown. And so I don't know that I would have with all the waves and the boat noise and things like that. So, you know, those are benefits. The other thing that I want to point out, and I've mentioned this in a previous episode, when you catch a fish on a spot, do not leave that spot until you've thrown back into that spot. Twice in this video where there's situations where I threw and either got bit or caught a fish, threw back into the exact same spot and caught a nice fish. So the reality is that just because you catch a little 12-incher on one cast, you throw into that same spot and you catch a 3-pounder on the next cast. So it doesn't matter. I mean, even if you're catching 2-pound fish, throw into that same spot. Typically, there are multiple fish in those areas. Guys, I hope this content today was kind of peaceful and relaxing, as well as informative. We'll see you again tomorrow on another episode of Mark Fisher Outdoors. Take care, everybody.